Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We have one viewer. Okay. Uh, let me go back to here. Okay. Welcome back to my Disco Elysium stream. This is stream number 2. Last time we played only for an hour. We didn't get too much into the game, but let me give you a quick recap of what we did last time. We start with this build with a 1533 build with Psyche and Inland Empire focus. Okay, let me get it. Okay. Yes. And we woke up naked in a trashed hotel room without any memory. And we don't know who we are, we don't know what our face looks like, and we are very weird. We speak, he speaks some weird thing, he has a weird thought, and we met our partner, Officer Kim Kitsuraki from another precinct. He told us he is here. We are both here for the dead body outside of the hotel, and we still don't know what our name is. Currently it's like deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor. Okay, and that's about it. Yep, let's get back into it. Alright, here we are back in the hotel. Let's go check out that dead body. What is this?
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Not now.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime. Maybe who cares? Just rum.
No. Alright, we are outside. Let's talk to this girl the front.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Who are you exactly?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Good to meet you. Just a gardener? Another questions then?
I am pleased to meet you too, officer.
Okay, I have to run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
That's a good point, Inland Empire. One more thing. Can I borrow your glove?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Thank you. Alright. The people here doesn't like the police, that's for sure. Okay, let's put on the glove. +1 interfacing. The gate is broken.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Okay, let's try to reconstruct the scene.
No,
Of course.
these
fail.
tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless
Nice. Okay. Why am I looking at this?
cop habit. You look at everything.
Okay. Okay, the body should be over here. And there's a kid throwing rock at the body.
Cuno's got this.
Oh yeah, nappa comfy, Cuno.
Nice, 2 breath. A moment of your time, please.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous, you should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Do you see what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Oh, a kid not older than 12 and he's on drugs?
Yeah, Cuno, ride the lightning, Cuno.
Cuno's riding at sea.
The rake, Cuno. You should throw the rake at him, Cuno.
The fuck does Cuno know what a rake is? Cuno's not a gardener.
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Cuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The body? What do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Cuno.
Okay, Kim, help me out here. What do you want to know?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
Okay.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
Do you know who he was?
Cuno's fuck imp. Cuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
Alright. Alright, Cuno. Do you know how he got up there?
Probably climbed. Cuno was
Climbed?
busy down the road when that shit went down.
Okay, so you didn't see it happening?
You heard Cuno. Cuno wasn't even in Martinez. Cuno wasn't in Revachol. Cuno wasn't regional.
Okay, so you wasn't here. Where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking
Okay.
Mesco or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Cuno was in fucking Night City.
Night City? You mean in Cyberpunk? Where is Night City?
Cuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Cuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Cuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Cuno.
You're testing Cuno's patience here.
Get lost,
I gotta ask, who is Cuno?
Cuno's Cuno, pig?
Is that some kind of gang name?
Yeah, Cuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Cuno bangs for Maggie, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
He lays the names out there with pride and precision, like cards on a table. Right when he's getting distracted, there's a malevolent hiss behind the fence.
Okay.
Watch out, Cuno, he's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. Help! Pig's got Cuno! Help! Ray!
Lady?
Help! He's got the Cuno, help!
I'm not doing anything, see?
Everybody, please! He's digging his dick out!
Oh, come on, Cuno.
Escalate, Cuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in here, Cuno! Somebody, please!
What is this cigarette?
No! Get off Cuno, you sick fat fuck!
Who put you up to
No
this?
one. Cuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
This is where Cuno establishes dominance over you.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Cuno can't speak!
Someone put you up to this.
You put him up to this yourself when you decided to talk to him in the first place.
Okay, Kim.
Listen to your friend.
Okay, no one put you up to this.
Help! RCM is trying to fuck Cuno in the ass.
Are you high right now?
Help! Misters, help!
He's having the time of his life. Total ecstasy. Fuck
Okay,
me.
that's nice to know. Empathy.
He's flashing Cuno. He's showing his genitals. If you don't help Cuno now, it'll be too late.
No, I'm not gonna punch a kid.
Look. I know you wanted to hit me. You got that, I'm gonna fuck that Cuno up look. That Cuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
Okay, so he is beat by his dad. How do you know that? You can't see inside my head. Can you read my mind, Cuno?
I can. Cuno can smell that violent shit. I know what you were thinking. I'm gonna fuck that Cuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit down. You know what? You should have hit the Cuno, because now you're nothing. You're a joke to Cuno. Cuno laughs at you. King Cuno!
Okay, this is one messed up kid.
Backing up was a bad idea. Now he thinks he's established dominance over you.
Okay.
Cuno turned you into his prison, bitch. You're gonna be in this shit with Cuno.
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Cuno forever.
Whatever, I have some questions about the crime scene.
Okay, Cuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember, this changes shit.
He know what temporal lobe is? Okay.
Click, 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 click.
You kids often play in this yard?
Right, pig? This is where Cuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
I may have questions later.
Yeah, whatever. Cuno doesn't give a shit.
Let's try this 17% chance.
He's on your
Okay.
crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Cuno, listen, I know this boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for us grown-ups.
Get your snout out of Cuno's ass. Cuno knows how hard Cuno pushes it. Cuno pushes it hard level. You should give up, Popo, or the Kun will keep fucking it out of you.
The Kun?
You okay, Cuno?
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
Alright. Do we have anything we can ask him?
The fuck about it?
Nothing.
You're
Get lost.
Yeah?
Nothing.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Cuno doesn't.
What about that girl?
Cuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Cuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Cuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
What are those strange words you use, girl?
I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
Alright. So we didn't get anything useful from the two kids. Let's see the body. Still climbable.
The corpse
Oh.
looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Okay, this is not gonna 8%. God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Cuno!
Okay, so we cannot examine the body because it's
There he still is, looking
So,
right through
smell
you
is so
with his
bad.
white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell.
cannot do
Emitting
anything.
it is all it
Let's
does
try
now.
this.
The smell
Okay.
is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Let it out.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
You think it will help?
If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
But not you?
I can't handle the headache.
Oh, okay.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
Okay, where do we are gonna get the ammonia?
There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Okay. Let's explore around a bit. Magnesium.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
What kind of
Heavy
boots?
workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the
Workers'
yard.
boots. Can we get the exact count?
Maybe
Oh,
more
nice.
than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnail
Okay, I'm gonna
work boot,
skip over
steel
this.
reinforced. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 4. You don't know. It's a miracle you can. 5. Another standard work boot. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same
Oh.
make of boot, but number 41.
So, smaller one, lighter one, maybe a female.
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent.
Oh, that's
The
that
gait
makes
is
sense.
undeveloped. You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
So there's a big guy over here. More than 200 kilograms.
8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
Okay, so one with asymmetry.
How many?
It.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
The same guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Life step.
A woman? Or a kid?
Could be a real woman.
Okay. How do you know?
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
I'm just saying I don't think
That's okay. Go on.
a heavy one.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying
Okay,
a
that
similarly
makes
built,
sense.
soon-to-be-dead man.
Okay, so it's one heavy man or one man carrying a corpse.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
It could have been an extremely obese person.
From here, the boot the victim wears.
It's bad. Very bad. Before you can heave, the wind changes direction again.
He appears to be wearing some kind of armored boots. I can't see any exotic prints here. Someone had to carry him.
Oh.
Are any of the other prints deep enough? Wind keeps changing. Are any of the prints deep enough in your...
No.
An obese person is becoming less likely.
Okay, one of them was carrying him.
Possibly, yes.
One soul is smoother.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul.
Do you have any idea, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
Okay.
He regrets it the moment he says it.
Don't say anything.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers.
The lieutenant clearly appreciates the chance to clear up the drummer issue himself.
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left.
Oh,
The accelerator is on the right.
interesting.
He doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south, toward the...
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent.
Mm-hmm.
How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
Okay, so 8 person, 1 person carrying the corpse, 1 light footstep, and 1 with odd pair of boots.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
42%. Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of eternite.
Nice.
That's why they're too orderly.
Who the panel?
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Ta-da! A secret door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Okay. Okay. What's on the table?
Be still, my beating heart.
Oh,
It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
amphetamine.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Someone has taken acoustics here. Perhaps the police should interfere?
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Okay. Pick head. Let's try going up there. Okay, don't be afraid to say weird things. Thank you, game. Is that the code? Okay, you are walking very slowly. Okay. Oscar? The money? Something up here. Some notices? Oh, that's the way down. Oops. The load time is kind of long, I think. I don't remember if the earlier version is this long. Okay. What about the code? Okay.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. Man down, a trooper has been left behind the enemy lines. You could swear it's more of an instinct than anything else, but you know it's a cop's cloak.
Cop's cloak?
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
Thank you, Kim.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
What exactly are we doing here?
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They're bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again.
Do you really think this cloak is
The
mine?
cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
I don't think we can do this. Let's see what here. Some money. And some money. Alright, so we cannot access this area without jumping. I think we'll come back later. Maybe we'll get something to boost our skill. Can we look at that? Okay. No? No? Okay. Alright, what is that? What is that? Oh, some money? I'm stealing his money. Great. This is... Okay, I thought it was crashed. Hey, Kuno, I found your
Fuck
shack.
does Cuno care? You found Cuno's secret door to Cuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
Let's shift to the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Cuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Cuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
What with the picky head?
Oh, that? Cuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Cuno demo tape.
Cool picky head, I like it. I got one in here.
What?
Fuck your shit back to normal. What is this?
That's where Cuno gets his daily hit of electric. Cuno Shazam. Cuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
So he's doing draft, doing
Bet you'd like to ride the
amphetamine.
lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
What's with the tube of magnesium, Kuno?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
It's magnesium, right?
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Cuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Cuno. He's gonna use it against you, Cuno.
I know all about magnesium.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
Is that my code up there?
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Cuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that.
After all what?
Don't sweat it, drunk pig. Cuno will keep your nasty secrets. Cuno's not snitching.
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you do it.
Could I get into the harbor from the loop?
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Cuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig.
I've got to jump to get it in the at my age, in my condition.
Not everyone can fly like Cuno. You're old. You'll never make it. Moose piss has made you scared in the head.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Cuno about his kingdom.
Okay. Kuno, I threw up and I can't investigate now.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano. Yeah. Fucking pathetic.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Maybe you got some advice for me?
Yeah. Cuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a
Okay,
fucking kid.
Kuno. Let's try this check again.
What's
Yes,
going
still
on
fail.
is an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language, trying to push your buttons. Like you don't have enough on your plate. You feel a sudden surge of self-pity coming on.
Take the pain, fucko. Take the bad.
Smelling weakness. She loves it.
You heard that, see? Porco wants to talk about how he can't hack this shit. Porco wants to move in with Cuno.
Don't let him move in with us, Cuno.
You have no idea what to say now. You're just going to have to try to change this.
Cuno doesn't...
Okay, so we need ammonia to take care of the corpse. Let's see if the gardener has some.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
My partner told me you may have ammonia. Can I have some?
Sure, I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Alright.
There he still is, looking right through you
Okay.
with his white eyes.
Not a
The body
lot
below
better.
is entirely dedicated. The ammonia only makes it worse.
All right.
The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in one. The second time, not so
Again.
much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Not again. I don't think I don't want to be a cop anymore.
Get a hold of yourself. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
You seem to be fine though.
I think I've lost my sense of smell. Not being hungover helps too.
Can we do something else?
That's probably a good idea. Clear our head. But before we can do that, you need to get your shit together.
My shit already is together.
No, it's not, officer.
Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Alright, so we get a thought. Volumetric shit compares to put the shit together. Yep, but 30 minutes. Alright, time to go do something else. What is in this?
There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container?
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
How do we get the
The
lock open?
lieutenant leans in.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or
Oh?
we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags.
Oh,
He
that
probably
makes sense.
has one.
Alright, let's ask for a key.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what his feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
Does it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
What if I told you I am a hobo?
Yes. Sir, I'm sorry the RCM is having financial trouble, but it's not this establishment's problem.
We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
All right. All right, all right.
This trash container is locked. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
I thought you told me there's something in there.
Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobocop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content.
Didn't I have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is. But you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Dig in Robocop style.
Wow, an Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
What's a knock cannon?
It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes?
What?
It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000.
What?
Easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I'll tell it.
No, you won't. Because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings.
All right. Jeff, that must be something.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Look under the
You
box.
see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows. The methodology in your fingers. You're used to
what?
this.
Dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash. Good practice for dumpster diving. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Look at the rack.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool
Ew.
from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
Nice, we found evidence.
Drop them in here, officer. Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A
Refresh.
drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario.
Military
Anything more?
gear.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
That's all, I think.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah, we need to talk. The kids.
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Cuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
You think someone from the whirling might have been involved?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Okay.
The lieutenant nods. Then it's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here.
What are you trying to...
What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Pick it out.
They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
What should I say? It must have been cramping my style.
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all our sakes.
I don't know, man. Sounds like an order.
I see, yes. You are what we call a badass, aren't you? Tell me, does your badass see more in there, or are we done here? Ah, yes, and it would also be appropriate to start taking notes on the case. It's what cops do.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Okay. This thing is mine?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clip. It's a metaphor for you.
What?
Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
The blue hat? Look at the top.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. If you want it to be it's not though. It's toilet paper. Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
I love how pointless everything here is, and they included it. Okay, inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't...
Okay, so the sticker
What?
of the RCM...
Yes, halogen.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Okay, so
This means you
car...
can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
What kind of
It
information?
depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a
Browse
sorry
the white
sight.
paper.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
So more than 100 case files. What's in there?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps.
All caps.
One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
What?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close. There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Made to paper.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Right. Kim, do you have named the case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
Alright. Okay. The Furies are at home in the mirror.
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
Hangman?
Great, that's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out. Yes, how very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named the case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head.
Oh.
He died. It was a workplace accident.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Browse the yellow paper.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out.
What types of forms?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each
Autopsy?
a dozen pages of thin copy paper,
Alright,
bright red
I'm
in
gonna
color.
skip this.
These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date, a monetary penalization, Ranging. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers. Interview. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RC Blue, the blue heart. Don't look into it.
Alright. What's in there? Check.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Open it?
Is not
fail.
what you end up doing.
What?
You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Smell it.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat. The stuff of death itself.
Alright.
And then
Okay, so we are policemen with over 100 cases in our belt. That's good to know. Alright,
volumetric
we got our shit
compressor.
together.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Alright. Got love how all this explanation just for someone like stealing himself to deal with the odor of a corpse. Alright. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. Be back in 5 minutes. Alright. Alright. Sorry for the wait. I'm back. Okay. So we got our shit together. Time to deal with the body.
There he still is,
Oh,
looking
nice.
right through you with his white eye. As you breathe
Nice.
in, the odor comes over you. It's the smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. The man before you is
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Okay, inspect the
the
booth.
material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
Yep, everything around here look like the wasteland, and the booths look high tech. What kind of booths are they?
They are armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons.
Sabatons? What kind of armor?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Look, our place here.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much? How expensive?
For a full set, about 4
Oh.
years of wages.
That's a lot to take.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Security guards don't wear high-tech gear.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
What happened to Elizabeth?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Alright.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Under? He could have been walking around naked?
A good point. He could have been intoxicated, or something we cannot yet imagine. I shouldn't have assumed so much just from the clothes.
What was that? Was the lieutenant just impressed by your unintuitive guess?
Oh, he wasn't impressed.
He was. Why else would he call it a very good point? Does this mean you're a very good detective? Possibly.
No.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Now fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly.
Can I pull it off?
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Can I try?
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Oh yeah.
Brutal!
Oh, this is a bad idea.
You're going to pull his head off.
Do it, Homo!
I'm gonna pull his ass off, right?
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the coroner's case if you do. So please, don't. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
There may be clues inside the boot.
Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot and leave what's inside to the boys at processing? Just this once. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Sounds like a plan.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
What's going to happen to the boots?
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
What kind of rope?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a circus. When the circus leaves town and they tie a black-spotted giraffe to the wall of a carriage.
Oh. Like in a circus?
No. More like in a harbor. Like the one just east of here. I get the sense they used whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
They sure want him to stay there. The polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
Did the dog work a little bit?
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past had undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
How did it even get him up
A
here?
noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt, buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Back the tattoo.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol and heartbreak.
Star? Is that a map of night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So alive.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera.
What's that?
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Cuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Alright. Cool shit.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it?
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
That's interesting. Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Oh, he really talked back. Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
That the voice of the ancient reptilian brain? Where is that?
In the past. Way out west. The blue heart. Oh, that's good shit. Just press down and fuck it open like you always do. Fuck it hard, Copopo the clown.
He means force. It'll work.
Who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer. Go ahead, Kobo.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
Talking to
It's
you.
the power of your imagination.
Imagination.
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoony. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, Copperoony Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
Could I really be Harry?
You can be anything you want to be, brother Copo.
Who killed you?
Love did me
Love?
in, brother Copo. It was love all along.
Okay. Did that help? No. Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Why were you feeling pressure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
What? So you were feeling sexual arousal when they were hanging you?
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
What is that?
Captain Copodromo, I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Maybe to lead to something?
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
Okay, just wait. I hate you, you stink, you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
A baby affected with harlequinism?
You sure wrinkled out of that one, Coppolini.
Enough.
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
His face and hands are pink, eyes too, the rest are green.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
Dead.
I agree.
There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently.
Totally dead.
Totally. This buster's not coming back. Dead. Dead.
Dabba-doob doob dead.
Something is coming out.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
We got lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Maybe he was moved after this?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Cuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Do I get more questions for him?
Of course.
No.
You have questions. Come back later, Coppo.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Let's see
The
again.
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
Yep.
His tall
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Can someone else do this?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
I mean someone below detective?
Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I have bad news for you. That is a detective. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
We could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, either of us could do it.
I don't trust that ladder. The assailants didn't use it. It's rotten and less sturdy than it looks. And I don't see another good way up there. Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this.
Why?
Clown cops climb tree, fall down. Enraged cop assaults children after falling from tree. Cretin cop, they like that word, saws the branch he's sitting on, literally. Local children report corpse mutilation.
Fuck yeah! Climb that shit, monkeys!
See, you're only making them do those things less.
Can you see into the future, Kim?
No, I do not see the future. I made those up using 2 decades in the Revacholian police force as a reference point.
Let's see.
What I'm proposing is, we save acrobatic tricks as the last resort, after we've tried everything else.
Okay.
Oh, these have got to be the most fucking boring multiple parts I've ever seen.
Maybe you can ask for him?
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
What?
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Maybe we can shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Shoot the belt?
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Cuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Cuno!
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea.
Okay, let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and
Alright, he's
produces a
doing it.
lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Shoot that motherfucker down.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
he feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Good advice.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Cuno could have hit it easy, but then Cuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again, maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
I can try to shoot him down.
It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not...
They only have one gun!
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Cuno's ever seen.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
Maybe it was stolen?
Extremely unfortunate. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
We're not off to a good start. This missing gun business is making your hand tremble.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Cuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your
Oh,
mouth?
that's
At least you won't
28%.
miss.
Can I close my eyes first?
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the noon light as the corpse slowly rotates. As you wait, your breathing slows down. Some mosquito-like organism buzzes in your peripheral.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
42%. Can I shut them up? I don't think they're gonna shut up. Let's just try anyway.
What? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
Alright. We feel lucky. Alright. Oh.
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. With your ears still ringing, you lower the weapon to see what happened. You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest.
Oh no.
Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin. No blood, only a murky sludge dripping down his belly. The sudden stink makes your eyes water.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry. I knew it. What a mulko.
Are you? Because it sort of feels like you are. Please don't cry.
Let's try. Let's try.
It feels dry. Nothing comes out of you as you stretch and bend your face into a crying shape. You're too furious to cry, apparently.
Try harder.
The lieutenant watches you jerk some tears, your shoulders shaking and your eyes dry. The gun begins to slip from your fingers.
Malota.
Oh.
I can't even cry.
The lieutenant gently picks his gun from your hand and holsters it.
We still need to get him down somehow.
But how?
The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too.
How do we get inside?
From the gates. By negotiating or fighting. Or we can try the secret route we found, where your cloak is. It looked doable.
Want to be dangerous?
To ask the suspect for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Evart Claire? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to handle this ourselves.
Alright.
Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches.
Who is this Evart Claire?
The leader of the Union. A dangerous and corrupt man, from what I hear. You don't want to owe him much.
Yeah, don't go being someone else's bitches. You're Cuno's bitches.
Let's get to it then. Alright, let's try the jump. Go up, go up. Another loading screen. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. All right. Let's get that up there. This is not gonna go well at all.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the
Okay,
rail.
17%. Here we go. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Alright, we got the code. Alright, some more stuff. Yep, that's better than the thing we have. Oh, yeah, we got one skill point. I think I'm gonna put it in Inland Empire first, just to get it better. Or should I put it in Shippers? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go all in on Inland Empire. What is? Let's try this way first.
Snow is quietly covering the numerous wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really hard here.
How hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
I must have been on an advanced accounting mission.
Yes, this looks pretty advanced, alright. For now, let's just move on.
Okay, so I have been here drinking a lot of wine.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Search the boot.
If you must. But please,
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
let's get going.
Alright, just some stuff. Poison. What's over here? Oddly quiet. Some more money. Not open yet. Oh, so this guy lost voice?
Container,
Oh,
container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Evart.
Hi.
Evart, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Scab? No, of course not.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Sure.
Sure, mister. About what?
It's everyone.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates. keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
Oh, 2 months strike.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evart is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evart sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
A week? That's coincide with the murder. What kind of trouble?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Evart telling them to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
What did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
Okay, Leo. Did they kill a mercenary?
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod.
The
he
guy
apparently
from the
owned
Ant-Man?
At some point. You know what? Just cut in there with
You
your
working?
questions.
Yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Evart is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Okay. Hold on, who is this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Evart put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
So she's a lawyer?
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo. He's a nice guy.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
What's in that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
I'm looking for the leader.
Oh, you want Mr. Evart then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Evart and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Evart and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now. I just want to know where to find him.
Oh, Mr. Evart is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Alright. I'm up.
Bye-bye now.
Alright. We are gonna face the leader of the Workers' Union, who might or might not be involved with the murder. What is this? Coffee? And fish?
Before you is a walrus of a man
A walrus.
seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
He expected us.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Let's get straight to business. The dead body in a tree.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
Mr. Dubois? Is that my name?
I'm Evart Claire, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
Oh, come on. That's a chair.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois? Oh, that's gonna be bad.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out. He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
Why are we making such a fuss over sitting down? I don't sit.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions. I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
Alright.
You're no Titan affiliation, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Alright.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Try to wing back.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
What? Is that a chair?
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
25? I did like 130. Where'd you know, God?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
Should I be in debt to this guy who looked like the most corrupted man in town? What would the crazy cop do? Maybe he will take it, but don't say anything.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
No.
No, it's cool.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
So he know our gun is lost.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
How do you know?
I know everything, Harry. Right
Harry?
now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
So he is threatening us?
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it.
Oh,
You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Claire's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Alright. Don't panic.
God,
Of course
you're
it's
sweating.
fair.
Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
Alright, I'm gonna cry.
You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. He'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
There, no Harry's.
While Evart is distracted by your odd behavior, the lieutenant's eyes are mapping everything around you. The folder, desk, papers on the wall.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Let's try. Now I'm good at guess, Mr. Dubois.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Would you help me get the dead body down from the tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Claire, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Should I try this? Yeah, I studied the footprint and the crime scene. Worker booths. They're your men.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And Jean, please take it easy with the race science. That's a yes to getting the body down, no to the race science. You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates. He's the big impressive one. You know, tattoos, muscles, ethnic looking. Can't miss him. Great guy.
You call me Mr. Dubois? Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Evart, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
That's really my name.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
A memory is fine, just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Folder?
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Let's get this straight. What is my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
Harry Dubois.
You feel like a Dubois, but you don't feel like a Harry. Strange.
I feel like a Dubois, but quite like a Harry.
Sure, okay. You're Harold. Harmon. Haroldamus. But that's not what the record says. The record says Harry Dubois, a real man's name. Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss, Harry. I, however, wish to help you any way I can.
Do you know where I live?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
Do you know anything about my family?
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
No, I don't.
That's why I like you, Harry. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend, you are one of the all-time greats.
What kind of cop does it say?
Harry, you're not simply a cop, you're a star. A bright shining star in the drab law enforcement sky, outshining all other stars. You're a superstar.
Superstar. That's what I like about you, Everett. You get me?
Of course I do, Harry. And I'm gonna help you shine. I'm gonna put you on all the big stages. Your name in giant neon letters. Harry Dubois.
Okay, that's a bit much.
The giant neon sign reading Harry Dubois, hanging from the Cavalson crane, can be seen all the way to Jamrock. Somewhere in Mirova, a beautiful woman sees the bright glow on the horizon and says to herself, "Oh my God, I shouldn't have left him."
Oh, so this is about his ex-wife, isn't it? And she left him. Where did you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
My friend?
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Can I... What? Can I take that shit? Let's try.
Everard's
Okay.
large hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says, "I know everything about you, Harry."
Got nothing to hide.
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow. This is really something.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance, I presume?
Let's talk of other methods.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me?
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
Alright. He definitely have something to do with the gun.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even
Yeah,
be
it
holding
sound
the
like
gun hostage.
that's right.
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Are you going to keep? Are you going to ask me how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age.
So he know a jump there. Help myself.
Yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess. Very impressive, Harry. Very impressive. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I want to talk about
Oh,
the
of
hanging.
course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help you like I'm helping you with the body and your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
I don't like where this is going. Is this true, Kim?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
Nothing shady at all. Right.
The stars aligned into a cosmic frown here. He has your fate decided. Bide your time, however, and let the stars continue their course, and that frown shall turn into a smile. Only if you play along.
That's cryptic. So what do you want me to do? Buy my time? Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
Why don't you open yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat,
Oh.
I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I bet you don't even know anything.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Damn it. Fine, I will look into it.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's
Manana?
like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Alright. Going to leave now. We will come back later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great.
Here. You're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Alright.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where is it come from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, Nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights and they solve shit.
Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick
Dick?
Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on. Hobocop.
Robocop.
Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Aramakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
But that's nice. We are gonna be able to get Shiva's skill, which gonna give us some information that we cannot get otherwise. Alright, I'm gonna take a small break here, maybe 5 minutes. Okay, see you guys back in a bit. Hello. Alright, sorry for the wait. Alright, so we got into some dirty business for this big fat guy. I hope it don't come back to bite us in the ass. Okay, let's go. So we need to get the key or something from the banana or something guy. Let's walk down. Hello Leo. Do you have anything more to say to me? His dialogue is so long, it's not loading. Or it's not voice? Can we keep the greeting to other?
Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help.
Nothing new. Can we open it? Anything more to do here? No. Oh, there's the control.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
The suspense is killing me. Oh, okay.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this container.
What's inside?
Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
Special.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
He's such a nerd.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
You do? Because I don't.
Why not?
There are 1 million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
I don't know, Kim. Just feels special.
It's a cargo container, detective, just like all the others. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the union, right?
Knock on the
No
door.
reply.
Open the
You
door.
attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Okay. Leave it here for now. Okay, I forgot we got the thought. Some kind of superstar. Oh, I'm gonna get even less logic. How long? Alright, I'm gonna go even number. Let's see. It's kind of one logic. Oh. Alright, alright. This is gonna be good. Right? A book?
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
Open.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse
Hundreds
through.
of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Force yourselves to go through the folders.
Whatever's hidden here
Oh,
is hidden
nice.
well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at the
It
note.
appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
Okay, so it's a to-do list for the or something look out of place. What is special whirling bosch?
All items on the list have been crossed out and the note itself is crumpled.
So he did everything.
One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
Take another look.
Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes. All items on the list
Okay.
have the drawer slides shut smoothly.
Every worker member of the board. Postcard. Some magnesium. Okay, office. Let's see. Nice. All right. Now we we cannot lie at all. Of course, that's gonna be terrible. Okay, let's go back and ask Leo what is the special thing? Special boss? Alright, a bit of a long walk. So let's talk about magnesium. It's interesting they use magnesium in this game to kill, to improve your morale, because it's actually a substance that used to be used for mental illness. It's actually still be used today for something like seizure when you are pregnant and you cannot use other medicine for seizure. It's one of the remaining medicine that can stop the seizure in pregnant women, for example. Are you the Leo who wrote the note?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the boss?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
Oh,
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
are they tracking the workers?
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
Is this for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
So it's alcohol. Who make the borscht?
Oh, the whirling's cook.
The cook?
He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Okay, Mr. Manana again. Okay, let's gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just...
Alright, time to talk to this Manana guy. A long walk again. A long walk again. And let's continue talking about the magnesium. The thing about it doesn't really work that well for mental illness, I think, and you can get toxicity. You can overdose on magnesium. Your breathing can stop. It could be fatal. Which mean Cuno speaks some truth about that.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Who is I gonna call?
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
A random number?
Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952, and a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then...
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy. How may I help you?
What is this place?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy.
Do you know me?
No. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
You sound annoyed. Why did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
My name is Harry the Boy. Do you have anything on my name?
Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November 46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one.
What kind of film?
It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Ziemsk immigrant Egidius Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia.
That sounds like me.
No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Main.
On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up and the air seems to grow darker.
That's gonna be his ex-wife.
Suddenly you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore. You don't want to hear about any of it. It was all shit. It's over.
What was all shit?
It
what? Kim, I feel sad about Video Revachol 24 hours.
That's enough for you today. Let's conclude this call.
Okay, we're done. That is a bit pointless, I think. There is another point about his drama with his ex-wife who left him or something. Yep. Alright, where is this? this must be the big guy Evart told us about.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
I'm gonna do that.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
Morphophysiology?
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Because
Racial pinnacle.
Ham Sandwich, you are not in danger. Because you are not a threat to me. What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend.
Pedomorphic?
This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
What do you mean? My body betrays my degeneracy?
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it,
Oh,
but
so
others
alcohol?
can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
You're right, I am an alcoholic. Now I need you to cooperate with me.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Have a good before?
Show him the ham still got it.
Actually, I think the ham sandwich dress still has it in them.
Willingly calling yourself a ham sandwich, how far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
Yeah, everything is good except eugenics.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Koikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Culture?
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
You're right, I just want your cooperation.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminole Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This is one big bigot. Know anything about this man?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Did you put it to the trash?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
What about your tattoo?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Huh?
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenology grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You're right, as for perfection, my race does not stand a chance.
Correct.
Evart told you to help me.
So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior. Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
Are you sure?
You're so noble, Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
Right, that's not sketchy at all.
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
Kim, what do you think?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup. Yes, that
Okay,
is
then.
Brisbane. See that they stay here the whole time.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Why are you with Measurehead?
Look at him. His craniometric perfection. Are you cops or what?
Apparently so.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
Katya?
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it. I want to see how he's...
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Evart's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
That's none of your business.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Cuno. Then
So... I can hear Cuno laugh from here.
the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
Thank you for your cooperation, Measurehead.
Farewell, ham sandwich. You are a Union man from now on.
I don't think I'm gonna touch that subject.
Some kind of superstar.
Okay, at least we got
They say
the
the
logic
world isn't
back.
ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Alright, this is not very good for us. These are not the skills that we are planned to focus on, and he lost one logic. Alright. I may need to use a skill point to forget it at some point. Look at us. Zero logic, zero drama. Do we have skill point? Let's put another point into Shiva. Alright. This guy.
Scab?
What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where did they come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scam. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
I'm not a scab. I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
Evart said you have a key to the door.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
Wink?
Polar weasel? Oh, I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though. So you're gonna be committing fratricide, my racist friend. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
So his... Oh, he means their share? So not wage or pension or...
This stuff, they already covered.
I think you got the benefit.
It's not enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place.
Oh. How large a share would you like?
All of it.
All?
However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board.
What?
So they could take part in the decision-making process.
Are you a communist? So you want all the everyone to share the corporation?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Cool.
A none of the above kind of man. No harm in being that.
What can you tell me about your boss?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman. I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
You're right. He's very aesthetic. Very aesthetic.
Okay, he's reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door.
Sure, I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide, yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider, if need be, an endless torrent of time.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The man whispers.
Alright, so we got that key. We can take it off. So the big guy, the leader of the scab.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
What's going on?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
I don't think I've chosen any size yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the...
Right to work! Right to work!
That's loud. Alright, I have some questions.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Who are all these stripe breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
What is your call?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you are unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Yeah? That giant up there, on the bridge you talked to. Head measurer. Won't let the workers by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be?
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke, and my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Alright. More money. What is this? More money. What is this? Oh. Oh. There's some mess-up statue. What did this king do?
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago?
Alright. Human off. Why attempt? Let's see. We have. Yeah, maybe this is better. Oh, look like a dad. A drunk dad. Yep. Hello?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why?
Alright. Alright. Just exploring the town a bit. Okay, this guy.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler from another planet.
What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
What's the
It's
jam?
a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
How long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout? It's never gonna depressed, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Know anything about it, did? And
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Where did I get this philosophical driver? Wait, what?
Nothing. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't mind my idle verbosity.
What are you hauling?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
What?
Time to arrest him.
Okay, and what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately.
Nothing illegal then.
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Could I get one of them?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Is that your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Interested? Not really. But is a conflict break.
Yeah, it must be. Your job's to know all these little things, isn't it? Well, my job is to deliver tracksuit trousers.
And somehow you can speak like a philosopher.
There it is again, a little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Can I ask him some money?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
Who?
The bosses, man.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. It sucks.
Maybe don't tell people. The people they don't like are actually right.
Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
What's it? What's the UN demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think, the company one?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
Oh, who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame him, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
Yeah, I like this guy.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures?
Oh,
The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
He's offended.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Let's try this empathy check.
Ease into
Okay,
it.
fail.
Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Alright, I'm gonna listen to you, empathy. Man, you look sad. What's going on with you?
I'm okay, man. Just... the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Maybe the full-on, direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Good for now.
Don't be a stranger.
Alright, alright. Alright. More amnesiac.
Welcome to Evart.
Is it Rory Diver? That's your name? Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Evart. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Let's try this. Fucking yeah, Kim. I've got your back.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now, just a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
You could ask him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching. Maybe he was present.
Okay, let's try authority. Authority? Let me see the soles of your boots.
Been admiring the stompers, huh? Sure thing. Check them out.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads with no immediately discernible pattern. The wind howls over the Bay of Revachol, a cascade of cold air flowing through the city streets. Those same streets have left their share of scuff marks on the underside of your green snakeskin shoes.
I'm not sure what that means. Is that a map of Revachol?
It sure is.
Where did you get boots like that?
Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny.
But why?
for when the invasion comes. The last thing they'll see before the lights go out is illustrious Revachol.
What?
It doesn't look like the lieutenant cares. He just makes a little note.
What is this invasion anyway?
Hey man, you know, there are all sorts of invasions. I thought we could rely on the cops. We're in this together, whether you realize it or not.
I found it smacked into the trash. Yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
Oh, yeah. The thing you say because you don't want to use the word racist.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Okay, I don't want to talk about it.
Suit yourself, officer. Hide your face in the sand if you so wish.
What are you howling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
We're done for now. Alright. I think I'm gonna call the stream here. We play for about 3 hours. We still get we got the body down, but we haven't seen how it got down yet. We met Evart, the leader of the union, the man who looked like the most corrupt people in town, and he got us on a leash, which is not a good thing. Okay. Thank you for the one viewer who's still watching. I don't know who you are, but thank you. At least this is not screaming to the wall because of you. So thank you for coming to the stream. Alright, I will continue this next week. And for the next stream on Thursday, I'm playing Civilization 6 on the zombie defense mode. Alright, if you like, see you next stream. Alright, I'm gonna go now. Bye bye.